Happy Saturday and welcome to Module 5. Yes, that's right, 5. We are more than halfway through the course. You all are doing fabulous. I'm very impressed with your submissions of your Observation 1. They were outstanding. I really mean that. They were outstanding. So keep up the good work. To me, number 1 is the most difficult, so we're downhill the rest of the way. So you guys got this. In Module 5, we cover the chapters in the textbook of Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. Chapter 9 talks about standardized testing and the Common Core. It goes over the history of standardized testing as well as the advantages and disadvantages of standardized testing. It will cover play and cognitive development within this chapter, and it covers some information on Vygotsky. Remember, he is one of my favorites, and you're going to learn a little bit more about culture and Vygotsky through play and cognitive development. Also touches a little bit on STEM, S-T-E-M. It stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That's STEM. You even have STEAM now. They threw in art to put an A in there, but the book will cover STEM. Also, toward the end of the chapter, as usual, it covers helping all children with cognitive development. So it gives you some ideas about all different scenarios. Chapter 10, it starts off by talking about rating scales. It gives examples of these scales, how to utilize the scales, and once again, it will give you the advantages and disadvantages of utilizing rating scales. We talk about literacy and the phases of literacy. I have a picture here of what I want to talk to you about. So there's 5 phases of literacy. The first one is awareness and exploration. The second phase is experimental reading and writing. Third phase is early reading and writing. Fourth phase is transitional reading and writing. And phase 5 is independent and productive reading and writing. So those are the order the phases of literacy comes. And that is correct for every child. Also goes on and talking about the importance of literacy, how it's important to have a print-rich environment. I know in my classroom, we have words and letters all over the classroom. Chair will have the word chair on the back of it. Table has the word table on it. Clock has the word clock. It's really important so children can see and put the two together, right, when they're learning literacy, actually learning reading and so forth. We have the letters on our board. Anytime they ask me how to spell something, we spell it and we put it on a word wall so they can always refer to it. That's really important. And then learning to write has stages as well, and I wrote those down. So the stages are in order to write. The first one is scribbling, then drawing, then making letters. Next we have name writing, organizing print, writing to read, journal writing, and then conventional writing. So these are the order of the stages of writing. You'll never just jump, the child won't just take a pen and start writing their name before they scribble or before they draw. This is the order that every child, all of us, have gone through, right? Let's see, Chapter 10 also covers literacy assessments. And again, just like at the end of every chapter, helping all children with literacy. Okay, I want to go ahead and go over what we're going to accomplish this week. Again, here are my Module 5 instructions. And we'll always have the standards that we're looking at, developing appropriate standards, all of the learning opportunities. These are everything I just kind of mentioned. This is what you'll be learning within these readings and taking the quizzes. So to be successful within this module, you will need to watch this video. You need to read Chapter 9 and 10. I would suggest looking over the PowerPoints as well that are indicated in the module. And you're going to take your quizzes one on Chapter 9, one on Chapter 10. As usual, they're both worth 10 points each, and they are due 7/17, so Friday the 17th by 11:59 p.m. And then, just like you did on the first observation, you will have a peer review on the second observation. If you don't have a partner, find one now. It's very important. This peer review is worth 10 points. It will help you with your paper, and it is due the 14th. Okay, the 14th is Wednesday, so you want to make sure you have it done by the 14th. That way you give the person some time Actually, it's Tuesday. Pardon me, it's Tuesday. The 14th is Tuesday. So you want to submit that by Tuesday. And again, it tells you the directions of what you want to do. You want to take your rubric, and I'll show you where that's at. It's under Module 5. You'll want to print one out and write on it to give comments to that person. You're going to write the person's name on it and peer reviewed by, that would be your name. You are the one that will get 10 points for peer reviewing someone else's paper. Now, if you do, if someone asks you and you already have peer reviewed, please be kind and peer review anybody who asks you, because everyone needs the help, and they're looking for partners at this point. And then observation 2, which is language and literacy development, which we went into detail last week on. That is incorrect. I'll change this right here. It's actually worth 80 points. Number 2 is worth 80 points, and it's the 17th. Okay. So I will go ahead and go back out to our module so I can show you where everything is actually located in Module 5. Takes a moment. Again, so it is Saturday morning. You will have already received an email from me already. It will tell you the Zoom information for our Wednesday, the 15th, which is this coming Wednesday's Zoom meeting. It will give you the time that you're supposed to log on. It will give you the link that you just click onto. It will also give you the password to log in. Please do not be late. I give this out every single time we have our Zoom meeting, and there's always a few of you that wonder where it's at, and that's where I put it. It's in your email. So it's important to look at your emails. It's important to look at your announcements daily. It really is with an online. This is a very fast-paced online course. You've got to stay on top of it. I try to hold everyone's hands, but you really need to take responsibility and look at these emails and make sure your product, your work is turned in on time. Again, your PowerPoints are under PowerPoints, and then your assignment is right here, observation 2. You'll click on it, print that up, and make sure you submit it by the 14th. Observation number, that was a peer review. The actual document, the actual observation assignment is due July 17th. It is worth 80 points. You will turn it in here. Just click it, turn it in. There are some videos that help you, some really great videos. So the case study in Chapter 9 talks about some cognitive development in preschoolers and the importance of assessment. Very, very important. This is how we can keep track of our children. Portfolios and assessments is very important with young children. In Chapter 10, there's a case study, and it's communication development through language and literacy. That's a great one to look at before, during and before you actually submit your observation. Your quizzes are located under your quizzes. We have some professional resources if you'd like to look at. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you always click here, questions for the professor, and I will make sure to get back to you. If there are any questions, please email me or send the questions through the Module 5, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget that your email that you received this morning, you will have all your Zoom information in it. It will also tell you what's due this week. So I try to give it to you in lots of different mediums so you have it in front of you. Remember, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be unreachable. I will actually be in the hospital for just a couple of days, so please keep me in your prayers. I'm sure everything will be fine. As soon as I get up and mobile, I will make sure to respond to everybody. But again, those 4 days will be most likely unreachable. So have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, start to look over this observation now. We already talked about it during the Zoom, but if you have any questions, get with me while you're working on it, and I'll get right back to you. Have a great week, and I'll see you all soon.